National Football League. And we've got the Giants. Rocket on quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Giants and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They go quickly here out to Moore. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You talk about this Giant defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Giants, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. And it's like that, forcing that incompletion. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year. Yeah, you guys have the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his. Well, he got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch. Yeah, but I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A first down carry for Barkley. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive. I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right? They didn't get the memo. They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day,
They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Moore, the man in motion.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Bears at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
On play action, Fields.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
And no They'll move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go. All right. All right.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Chi Wk6 for the Chicago field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
2nd and 1. Catch made here by Campbell.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 3. Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Up the middle with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Fields.
And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're old.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
He's on his way. Saquon Barkley.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down. The 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting it.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he is going to have the Bears first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Fields. That's to the former Giant, Odell Beckham. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Fields. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Matt Eberflus is going to take a risk here on 4th down. He is going to go for it.
Here we go, son. No loss, no loss.
They snap it to Fields.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Santos with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, here's Barkley. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. On the return is Jones. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bears take over. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He connects with Hyatt. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we have come to half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Waller out left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Back to throw, Fields. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They run. It's Johnson. And he will have of a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. Paris Campbell, 72 yards. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And quickly they get to the line.
And the Bears first down.
On first down, it's Fields.
That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Here we go, Scott. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Moore, the man in motion. On first and 10, here's Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Fields going to keep it running right. And avoids the contact by sliding. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. 174 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 74 yards. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. Jones now on the return. Now Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On first down, Fields.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
You got a mini base. Why not? Delta. Tonight.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A handoff to Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now they'll change things up.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and goal coming up here. Play action. It's Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, never mind. Monday. Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. touchdown Bears. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense. With 1:53 left. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 6. Try to take this home. They'll run. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now Fields and the Bears down by 7. 1:36 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Fields. Into the hands of Beckham. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. All eyes on Fields. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The Lions move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Angel. You got a mini base. Joseph.
Back to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame.